Okay. I think everything's all good. So, if I can, like... Hmm? Hello! Welcome! It's nice to see you again. How are you been? Oh, jeez. Oh, my sound is a bit loud. Well, let's see. I mean, I think I've been well. I started school recently, so like, yeah, I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Other than that, I've been missing, like, playing this game for a minute. And I thought about trying out this, like, this hour because, well, my family is asleep. Let's see. We're going to finish the trial. I think this is the right save file. October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. October 19th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. It's weird having court and courtroom. Oh, wait. Oh. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? Oh. You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai. Noob. Raphael. Salmonella. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area. Ugh, I just almost said arena. I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During that meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. I'm pretty sure that, that director lady did say that, and there was proof because of the clock. But what do we have to present? Time of death was 2:30. This is 2 o'clock. Right map. Murder weapon. The sleeping pills. And the clock. 2:15 and 4 o'clock p.m. This is probably going to be used for later. Videos from around 9 o'clock that morning. During that morning, I was doing action scene run-through. Ask for more information. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was everyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Well, she was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area. But why wasn't he eating, too? What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked up some. Bleh. Tongue twisted again. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else meaning that the witness did not eat with them. I had a meeting in the studio trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. Wait, till around 4? But can you give more context? What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. Well, nobody left the table during the whole meeting? During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Phoenix. If his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. A lot more time than I thought it would. I did it. Why did you go on so long? I'm pretty sure you already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, thus the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch. Rolling on the floor. Starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. I didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, not a one. Not a one? What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and I'll hit him with it later. Phoenix. His alibi hurts. His alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. So he didn't take a break. There's something here. Lock the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4 o'clock p.m. Okay. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? Oh wait, I already did that one. I had a meeting with Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Contradictory? Not at all. It's a little fake. Contradictory? Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. What did you want? Sweats. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. Oh, I must not have noticed. Or not remembered. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call, Sweats. I was so embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. Wait. I suspected as much. Wait, what was the time frame for when the assistant brought the food, though? When exactly did you eat it? You took 1 break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one. I'll press on that one a bit more. You're in the meeting till around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Phoenix. 9 o'clock during the meeting. Took a lot of time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch. I had a meeting and ended up skipping. We were in the meeting until around 4. Pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Or, well, yeah, no one sweats. What's he sweating so much about? Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops. Bravo. Understandable not remembering, it's been a while. Yeah. Like, I was trying to recall everything before I started, but I thought I'd just go in. I'll probably remember eventually. Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor. I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Irk. Oh. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah. We took a break. Ruffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in the Studio 1. Lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Bleh. Why do I keep getting tongue twisted? I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. I mean, would it? They were, like, the closest to Studio 1. We took a break, but it was only 15 minutes. That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. I mean, are you sure? Why is that? That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Well, Phoenix? The testimony was too short to bring any kind of useful information out. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Not all. Do I have anything? A guide map. Because Studio 2 is right here. Okay. There's only 15 minutes. That's only 13 base 12. Not enough time for someone to commit murder in Studio 1. I'll try the guide map. Oh! It clearly reveals a contradiction. It's fine. I'll just keep pressing on him. I mean, did I... Not enough time. It's only 15 minutes. Right? Not enough time for someone to commit murder. Only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I guess I'll press him on everything. What are you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh right, the other one was Diva's. Sorry, D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. We ate a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. Like the path from between 2:15 and 4 o'clock. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even if I have to take my time eating that kind of food. Well, Phoenix? The testimony was too short to bring any kind of useful information. Great, But what time did you take that break? What time exactly did you take this? Oh, that was it. Okay. I'd say it was from around 2:30 or until 2:45. 2:30 or so until 2:45. $2:30. That's the time of death. So you could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. It was only 15 minutes. That? Only 15 minutes. 2:30 to 2:45. That's 15 minutes. But 2:15 p.m. 4 o'clock p.m. Then they blocked the way. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder. Wait. Press. Why is that? You haven't had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. People in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is crucial. Think about it before you give your answer. You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One. Ooh. I mean... You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One. I mean, it's possible, but at the same time... The thing is, there was that clock that blocked the way. At 2:15, and that break ended at around 2:15 to 4 o'clock. Because you can't rule everybody out, but wait. 2 o'clock p.m. Block the path at the scene of the crime between 2:15 to 4 o'clock p.m. Dragon's one leg. 2 o'clock. This is caught on camera, so somebody in the meeting. When was the meeting? It was like 9 o'clock when the meeting started. So unless the break 2:30 was break. I claim it and I claim it loud. You claim someone from the trailer, Studio One. I'm going with this. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to Studio One at the time. Aha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mr. Monkeyhead barred the way. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way of the studio was blocked. Blocked by Miss Monkey. Oh, it's a Mrs. By Miss Monkey's severed head. It's actually a Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it's also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. With that lacking decisive evidence, that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid that we have to— Oh. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. We have a witness? Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. The court is adjourned for recess. October 19th, 11:04 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. I was about to say, I thought I messed up. But I felt like telling the truth. Mia, I hope you're not mad at me. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia, don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio One. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going? Uh-oh. My computer's battery. Okay. Now we're secure. What's going to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. I think I'm a murderer. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Give it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19th, 11:15 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with this cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. Prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Poor Cody. Oh, it's just his eyes. His eyes just see. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Would a witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just cause you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You're present, you were at Global Studios the day of the... You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth, I prefer bearded... Oh. They went so fast. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid? And you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. Better make a note of that in the court record. Okay. New digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Cody's camera added to the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court of what you saw on the day of the incident. One second. Okay, we're good. I love how Edgeworth is like, oh no, I don't know how to be nice to kids. I mean, kids can be difficult sometimes. I have to cooperate with my niece as I babysit her. Likes to steal my food, whatever I eat, even though I make her food. Like, she'll like, I want what Auntie eats, so she'll eat my food instead of just eating the food I got her. Witness's account. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I understand the feeling completely. Oh, kids are just so silly and unpredictable. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady couldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out to the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get in the studio, so I went home. He didn't have his camera at the time? Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see and hear, honestly. Press that. I wanted to see the Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Wait, before that, I wanted to see the Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Tell me what time. Was that day the first time you've been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple times. I never managed to get there on rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez! Edgeworth is gonna lose it. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know. Studios are in a valley there. If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kinda lost on the way there for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the Blue Studios doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? That totally rocked. Right before my eyes came out the bad guy. Oh, he's saying the Steel Samurai is the bad guy now? Of course the Steel Samurai's— oh, wait. Never mind. If I had the camera with me, it would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix. Remember, he's a child. Using gentle words, but... use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to see. Wanted to see the Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Oh. Through the woods up the path, that old lady wouldn't catch me. Going for the studio. I kinda lost on the way. About 30 minutes. When I came out to the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. Fully rocked. Right before my eyes came out the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy. A person. Kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kinda far away. Huh. Being awfully vague. Of course the Steel Samurai took him down. How? What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. Guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. Okay. New digital camera. Cody always carries it, but he's still learning how to use it. I guess maybe I'll present the camera? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Look at his face. He looks like, the Scream. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you? Uh-oh. Was I putting on the pressure too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? He's like, you talking about me? Maybe. Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai here. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. What you mean? Hmm. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you're watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then, bad guy stopped moving. We're so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. I was glued to the action, couldn't take my eyes off it. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Something about his account doesn't seem right. Phoenix. It doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Phoenix. Find out what he saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me. I was glued to the action. I didn't take my eyes off it. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? The samurai kick. Is it? Oh. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. But don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? As well, we don't want to, like, they say not to, like, inflict trauma on the child. And I really, like, don't like the idea of that. But, like, should I wait and see what happens, or press him harder? Press him harder? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that, you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer using a samurai slap? My point is, Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Oh, shoot. Why couldn't he? Guide map. He's dragging with one leg. A time of death. No, leave. Oh wait, why am I clicking on that? Murder weapon, range check. Table. Walk the path to the scene of the crime. Gains photos of every victory scene in every battle. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Was he watching something else? He couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Oh, I thought it meant like maybe he wasn't there in the first place. Oh, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? As ascertained, a young boy is a great fan of Steel Samurai. Watch the film. He was watching something else? He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably? Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol? Oof. Come on, think of something. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making faces. I guess the only option is to show evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Was it this? I hope it's this. Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? Ooh. Man. Didn't look away from the fight. I mean, why would Cody look away from the fight? I would think it would have been the monkey, but contains photos of every victory scene in every battle. Steel Samurai has one. Why did Cody look away from the fight? For a weapon? Guide map? Dragging? Could it be his camera? He had to set it up, right? Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? Witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah. Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the crucial moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! The scream. Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could have just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from this fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. You missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix? I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody? Could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of this fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But then the lens wouldn't open in the time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. I think it's the Steel Samurai running away. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a bit strange. Moving strangely? I held up my camera to take a picture. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? The person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? That's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him hard. Now he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see you through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon. Some valid evidence. How could I pick holes in such a testimony? There has to be something. But we know this. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid is all about. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Steel Samurai scrapbook. Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. Was it you who told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all the pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in his album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, No way! Oh, uh-oh. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is! Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Come on, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Steel Samurai didn't win? Can't think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us that he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Aww. Don't cry. You ugly crier, I'm sorry. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim. Steel Samurai was the victim. There was no victim. And if there was no victim, then... Ooh. Steel Samurai was the victim. Hammer was the victim. Wasn't a victim. Because Hammer was... Clearly they found the body. Did they? Banging his leg. Unless, like, the Steel Samurai was getting beat up by Hammer, and Steel Samurai was the victim, and then he got beat up by Hammer. But Hammer was the victim here. What's this all about? Hey, can I, appreciate text box? I wish I didn't skip. Well, I didn't skip it. I did read it. It's just now it's just flown out of my head. The Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, it was the victim. You see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. What? Order! the steel samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning, because he obviously knew Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. I did see poor old Hammer. Wait, did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. What a twist! I didn't think of that. But like... So the Steel Samurai, in that costume, there wasn't really much evidence of... Wait, was there? Well, I want to see the picture that the kid took. Because, like, he said that the bad guy was on the ground. Gotta love the Pursuit music. Yeah, it's really... Like, it really pumps you up a bit. And, like, how do I say this? Like, it really brings your attention. It's like, oh, I gotta dig deeper in the case. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going into Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. So he was the one who gave him the sleeping pills? Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. Wasn't his career sort of going off the rockers? Like, he's playing a villain now, and then, like, the security guard later is talking about, oh, poor Hammer, and stuff like that. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. There was a different person inside the suit. Cops. Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. Huh? Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. This is Studio 2. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, but this doesn't look like it's proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. The photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in the photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Your Honor, look at this. I see. A gate? I might draw your attention to the number on that gate. The number? Oh yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ugh. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But... That's impossible! Eh? What's this all about? Please explain that. I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. Body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate of the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. See you too. here. Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the guide of on the gate of the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. The path was blocked. I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer was there. As you may recall, there was a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. How did they switch it up without people knowing his side? Or was that maybe they used the monkey as an excuse? We have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Mr. Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised suddenly, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Okay, let me double check to make sure. Present. This is it! An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. Same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. As Powers' blood. Fingerprint the bottle. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. My claim is true. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take the possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. The court will suspend proceedings on this current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we have previously thought. Steel Samurai, seen by Miss Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have some time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. It's okay, Phoenix, I have a lot of homework too. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. Homework is real. Definitely. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Can't help but keep looking at the little details of the barrier, like the little silver things on the barrier. I just keep looking at it. Nicely painted. Very well. Court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court Defendant, Lobby Number 1. Phew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair. That's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead around 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we were kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued. Oh? Yes, please. I only messed up once! Yay! October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry you missed it. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea of who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed up the whole process. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. Okie dokie. Should we catch her up? Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai's costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what I have to find out. Director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Anyways. Let's move out. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. No, Maya. You eat, you die. Honestly, same. Ooh, she's alive! I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio's bigwigs. Blech. Oh, the studio bigwigs. Love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Dr. Manella. Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's soft. A pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to do. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Okay. I mean... Huh? Why would anyone like to be treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Arg! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, Miss Whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible. She's pretty mad. Is there anything good? A scent here. Why didn't you tell me about the Mr. Monkey? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. Oh, okay. Move. Let's see. Outside Studio 1. October 19th. Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, and he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Okay. The mascot of Glow Studios. Apparently his name is Mr. Monkey. It says welcome. They let people in here when they're not filming, right? Nick, let's come here someday. What do you say? Sure, if Miss Oldbag lets us in. And the camera? There's a security camera that takes photos of everyone who comes through the gate. It doesn't seem to be switched on today. Studio 2 is down that way. Studio 2, the real scene of the crime. Say, Nick, how did you figure that out again? Well, actually, it's a long story. I'll tell you another time. Aw. Those the woods where the kid came in? I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old. Ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. I don't have the card key anymore, so I can't go in there today. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, I'm around that age. I'm not old. You know what? I think I'm gonna like pause for a minute. I have to use the restroom. So I'll set up a distraction. Oh, wait. Oh, there it goes. Let's put like yeah, I'll just leave it like this. I'll just leave chat like this. Be right back. Alright, I am back. Let me move my chair. And I got me some water along the way. Let's see. Let's go to outside Studio 2. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Oh shoot, almost forgot. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. Hell, hello. I don't know if I should just say it that way or just Hello. Hi, Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Honestly, same. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Hmm? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Let's see, can we... Maybe if he presents something interesting in the crowds? She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Oh, okay, that didn't work. Well, Powers? Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. Director Manila. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Yeah, what can we do to make her interested? Can't be this. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Nope. Guess we'll examine the area. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They keep it in pretty good shape. Looks like looks like it run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? Hey, don't judge him. I don't have one either. But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? An incinerator. Apparently, they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They may not clean it much. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they used it to, like, move the body around. There's a big 2 painted on here. This is the number and Cody's photograph. And to think that he hadn't brought this photo... and to think if he hadn't brought that photograph in. Don't get all teary-eyed yet. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. I mean, it could be that maybe, like, the way that D. Vasquez is kind of acting. She doesn't seem like she would probably eat like that much. Like maybe she would have ate, but maybe she would have like looked at the clouds again or something, or it was, I don't know, doing something else, like maybe working. I don't know. And honestly, I don't feel like she. I feel like she wouldn't want to sit with Salmonella. Imagine the conversations that she would have to have. There's some flowers here. Oh, they're so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. The fence. Hold on. Come on, let me see the fence. Fence. Let me see. I think I know what happened. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this part is some temporary film set. There's a... These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. And... It's big two. You've already checked that one out. Okay, trailer door. It's unlocked. Well, how can we get Miss Vasquez to talk to us? Ascent? Guide map? I mean, I wish you... Maybe there is no way for her to talk for now. Guess I'll move to the trailer. October 19th, Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Examine. What is this green stuff anyway? Is this like that lime green Gatorade? This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures on how much the set cost. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far in October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. An old movie poster, The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. About a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster is quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance. With a samurai on a horse? An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled up documents. We checked out everything. Unless there's a secret. This seems way too plain for me. Nah. Okay. How do we get her to talk? Or is there some way I could figure out? Wait. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why you keep showing her the evidence? Okay. Outside Studio 1. Main gate. Employee area. October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I didn't want to see them filming. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching. Oh, sorry, pal. I didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatisk at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic. No, wait. No, let's just forget that. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the receipt. I have the capabilities to make the cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? No, everything is in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. And what do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Prosecutor Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow. The fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Okay. Back. Off. Oh. Well, I guess that's it. I think. Can I move around and examine things a bit? The grate's still lying here. Ah, they've seen the wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I just kick it off again. That poor assistant. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. It looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There is a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Makes me hungry for steak. Like, I really would like some steak. Maybe I'll get some in the morning. Oh wait, wouldn't that be too early to eat steak? Oh well. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh. It's so normal. What? It's normal this time. But wasn't there like canned spaghetti? A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted so I can't see inside. There's the sign on the door of the dressing room. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Alright, back? Can we have those conversations with... Nope. I guess... I don't know. Guess we'll move around to the dressing room. October 19th, Global Studios dressing room. Empty dressing rooms like this are kinda lonely, aren't they? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Well, we can't be pretty sure. Will Powers did have a nap here, like he said. I'm not sure being drugged counts as taking a nap. It's locked. I guess he doesn't open his window much. It's kind of dusty outside. There's a box for snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel Maya's eyes burning into the back of my neck. There are some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. Always check my hairdo when I look in a mirror. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. There's an array of cosmetics here. This is the wig used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Wow, you remembered, Nick! Thanks to you. Mr. Powers' bag. I hope Mr. Powers can pick it up himself soon. Soon. Anything else we're missing here? I think we mostly gotta find something to get Miss Vasquez to talk with. She's definitely not talking. Play area. Did we miss something? No. Definitely not. Nothing to talk to her about. think. Employee area? I think I want to go back to Studio 2 real quick. Not looking. And Nick, stop showing Maya. He knows all about all this. Alright. And I can't go inside Studio 1 anymore. Maybe I'll move. I guess maybe I could go to... Move to the detention center. October 19th, detention center, visitors room. Ah! My pen. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Well, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin on your face? Hey, WP! Only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Oh, there's not really anything I could do to help. Hahaha, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Alright, let's talk. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought this Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped out of the face of the earth. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped talking on big roles. He just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to the Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. She must have had a lot of influence and basically said, nah, you're not gonna be a star anymore. 5 years ago? Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry. Oh. Well, I guess that's all I could say. What do I do now? Back to Wright & Co. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. I went to go talk to him. Hmm. Maybe there is something to show him? Okay. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at live shows. The fanboy collecting all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think, it means so much to these kids, you know? Mr. Monkey? Hey, I guess that's all I can really do, huh? Hey, the studio? No? But there's gotta be something that interests her. I think I already tried this, huh? Yeah, I did. Oh, and I pressed it by accident. How do we get her to talk to us? Can't get in Studio 1. We have no access to it. Should we go back to talk to Gumshoe? Or maybe we present... Oh, she'll get angry at us. Guess maybe we could go ahead and talk to Gumshoe. What about the monkey? I'm guessing I know as much about that as you do, pal. I.e. nothing. He's gonna say the same thing. Look, it's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct and do some more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. I was kinda impressed at today's trial, too. Aww. Very nice of you. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think I've been anyone but you up there. Powers would have been done for by now. Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep of evidence. I don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth. It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Oh, haha, blush. Nope. Oop. Oop. Oh, nothing else. What am I going to do? Main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out here. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. An overhead map of the studios. Right from there is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? Looks like it's just been turned off for today. The security guard station. This old bed must like junk food. There's a mountain of it in the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Well, let's see. We presented everything to Gumshoe. Miss Vasquez is not interested in literally anything. Maybe. We did all our options here with talking. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking. Thank you very much. Get that filth out of my sight. You're claiming that poor old Hammer's in there. And I thought you were such an innocent youth. Bah! Oh, she angry. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be stuck for a while. Anything I missed? This old bag is not very cooperative. Hasn't been really anything I can do here. Unless I missed something. Hey, no, not present. We move. I already asked everything from Mr. Powers, but he doesn't seem to respond to the sleeping pills in the plate. What can we do? I'm gonna grab a drink of water real quick while I ponder. Okay, this water is not opening. Okay, I got it. Okay. We've been to the detention center. We've been outside Studio 1. Did we check the whole area? I think I did. Is there any way we could talk to Gumshoe a bit again and see those options? No. Woo. Excuse me. Examine. No. We presented everything to Gumshoe. What am I supposed to do? Mr. Powers? Let's try going to the detention center, because it seems that it's the only hint I really got. Map of the camera. Guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in awe at Will Powers. I somehow missed something? I have to have missed something. And my mouse is stuck under my keyboard. What? Mr. Powers? No. Any ideas? Can't see what's going on when Mia's here, so I haven't noticed. Right. Maybe we should talk to WP. You already talked to him. Didn't seem to have anything. There has to be something I'm missing. Some form of evidence. Why does that chirping noise only play when we're in certain areas? I am suspicious of the chirp chirp. The burps drive me crazy every time. Like at first I was like, oh, there's birds around here, but then I keep hearing it like only certain areas and I'm like, that is sus. Very. Either that's just how it is. How do we get Miss Vasquez to talk to us? Well, the only thing that was really new around this area was the fact that the machine has been refilled with actual normal things this time, instead of the canned spaghetti. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Gotta be something I missed. Something. I will find it. Super detective mode. Oh! Oh, hello! What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yeah, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. Oh! Mr. Hammer, I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must have been true yet. Must have been true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! I'm gonna go to sleep. Enjoy the game. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I also hear that the Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence, rather than words, is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt that she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. Ugh, tongue twisted. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. Miss Oldbag? Hold up. But, I mean, yeah, she wouldn't want to say anything negative about Miss Oldbag, but... I mean, Miss Oldbag wouldn't want to say anything negative about Mr. Hammer. She's like his biggest fan, but like... She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Good point. I know if I show you anything, you won't really say nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead back to the main gate. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you just take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? 5 years ago. Ooh, my eye is itchy. Okay. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Ooh? Who told... Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nicholas. Nichols? Nicholas. Nick. Penny Nichols? That assistant we talked to? Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I do have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. What's your proof that he used the pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. This all bag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. This old bag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Okay, sheesh, okay. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I was not expecting the mafia. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Ooh. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs here. He pushed the other actor, and then the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel like talking much about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Okay. Thank you, Miss Oldback. We're gonna investigate. This will get her to talk, but let me just shoot. No. Okay, we still can't see that. But this will get her to talk. Oh. I'd like to present. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? I will. Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbad, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Uh-huh. It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Okay, that's a little weird. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you can control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own good accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you and me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Mr. Hammer's, you see? She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence, boys? Oh. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. Gumshoe, he coming through! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precedent with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Man, Gumshoe was awesome. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late within my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Well, I intended on finishing this trial. So we're going. Let me drink some water. Good old water. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both prosecution and defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement? In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Ha 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 ha, Edgeworth on edge. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? You know, I wonder why she like, is it because that she wanted power over Hammer when he killed the guy? Or did she know the guy somehow and had a grudge? Because she seemed pretty shocked in that photo. More emotion than we usually see of her. D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I can't tell if she was getting smart. I wonder what. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Why does everyone have like a problem with Edgeworth these days? Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer. Oh, a little before noon. A little before noon? Hold on. Do I have anything that proves it? I don't think so, but like the other guy said he came that morning. But then again, like they said there was varying times where they met, but at the same time, I don't know. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. Huh. Meeting began at 12, ended at 4. But he came at 9. What else? Like, there was like... Let me see. And they had lunch at around... No, they had break. 2:30 to 2:45. So that makes sense there. Then Mr. Monkey was 2:15 to 4 o'clock. So there's a 15-minute difference between the break. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate the T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, so when we all went to Studio 1... when we all went to Studio 1. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, but with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. Manelli used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Alright. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer. Oh, a little before noon. But why? By yourself? Yes. You didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this fierce? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12, ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. No. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh! Dang! Why everybody coming after him? And please stop banging on the little desk. Ugh. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4. And the rehearsal was scheduled for 5 o'clock. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. As he does it. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Cal and I eat T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Photo, the sleeping pills. Manelli used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Okay. But then, like, I think it wasn't been used, right? No. Let's see. He's dragging with one leg. This is at 2 o'clock. Hold on. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. 2:15 to 4 o'clock p.m. Wait, how'd they get the stakes? I was fatigued. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. Meeting had begun at 12 and ended at 4. To be a rehearsal, I was fatigued. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. At 2:15 to 4 o'clock. How'd they get the stakes? No. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was under something. What were you doing? Blah blah blah, don't hit your desk. Kinda wish she said a little more. Hard. But I hope we find some kind of contradiction. Entered the trailer a little bit before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. No one leave. No one. And what exactly was that? I've forgotten. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. My brain. I was fatigued. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. No! What am I gonna do? My brain. Play T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. What could it be? Dragging with one leg around 2 o'clock. That? It's gotta be something. Come on. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she said a little more. Hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Well, I guess I'll keep pressing until I find out. forgotten. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled at 5. And do it between those times. There probably is a hint there. Fatigue, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in Studio 2 van. Oh, right. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. You know what that is? Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in front of the trailer. Sal. Proof that she didn't eat the steak. What am I supposed to do? Proof that she didn't eat the steak. I don't know what to do. I gotta think. Nella used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Found in the employee area, on it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. There's Jackhammer's fingerprints, shows his accident involving Jackhammer. But I don't think we need to, like, present that yet. These photos blocked a path to the scene of the crime between 2 and 4. Edgeworth said that the meeting ended at 4, and then the main thing started at 5. Item map. Driving from the Vegas. The death is 10 feet at 2:30. But like, isn't that a bit long for like in between all that? I gotta maybe make the risk and probably say rehearsal afterwards. Fatigue, so Sal taking breaking the meeting. T-bone steaks. Oh, yeah, as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plate. I didn't even notice. Like, I was just thinking, wow, they ate all the steak. I forgot there was bone. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone, too. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak? You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Oh. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you could. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. Oh, she's shutting up her own attorney. I'm speaking. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. A photograph of the steel samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah, take that, Wright. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey, Nick. Look at the data we have on the steel samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear? Wait. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well. I won't hold you to your claim. I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. Ugh. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What's the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the weapon. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong, Mr. Wright. I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know that when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too, with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Oh, right. The tape. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But this is the murder weapon? I mean, this is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the murdering action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. What was Hammer? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I feel like I could tell you. I would make a claim. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can be sometimes unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Did I present this yet? Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! I cannot have order. This trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the face post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside Studio 2 trailer. And then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Now whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my scriptwriting staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? And returned to the trailer, all in the space of 50-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The trailer. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. He used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. And before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella who drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? There's a good chance. Of course he was. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. You also forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammers' blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? You just engaged in a battle of wits. In the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack the decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. Frick, what do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify? Again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to... Ooh, hiccups. There is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You asked me the same questions to get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Come so far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Oh? Edgeworth? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. I bet he was just tired of her. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating my last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick. What? Why did Edgeworth? Who knows? You probably realized she did it too. But... wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth. Let me drink some water. I forgot my microphone was off. I turned it off so you guys wouldn't hear me gulping. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, Nick. We're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist that truth out of her, Nick. Right. Okay, after finding the body, let me check my notes. Okay, time of death was 2:30. He's dragging. I don't think it has anything to do with those. Sal and Obag and the security lady when we found the body. 2:15 to 4 o'clock. Excuse me. Use the van. Employee area. Okay. With Sal and Obag, security lady when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. And when exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive to the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Okay, 10 minutes before 5. No, that sounds accurate. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costume? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Murder? Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for that missing person? I have to agree the defense is on with this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one was there thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. We stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence, dead silence. Speaking of dead silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Someone should do something to lighten things up. I bumped my microphone. Lighten things up. Well, I don't know what I would do with that. Security lady Obag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" Obag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the steel samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's words? Perhaps not. She seemed to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all of this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I could use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Why? You asked to be left out. Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone that they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Is there anything I can present? The question is, what do I present here? Do I present the sleeping pills? Script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. Oh, Your Honor. I have an objection to the witness's last day. Edgeworth going in. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She wouldn't have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. I mean, she would have not have to know the murder before going to Studio 1. Dang. Just imagine getting roasted by your own attorney. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change into defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured. I couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. You have to find something to peg this on her here. For everything we've done till now would have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I was with Sal and Obag and the security lady when we found the body. The system was there too, only Powers is absent. Is it the sleeping pills? Immediately called and Powers showed up. The security lady, well, he did it. I asked him left out of the scene, went back to the trailer. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. But wait, you weren't there. I'm gonna mess this up if let's see, he's dragging his leg. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Alright, map. Ooh. If I mess this up, I'm gonna have to restart. Okay. Let me save. Hopefully it'll save my spot there if I mess up. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. I have to find something to peg this on her for. For everything we've done till now would have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. So he uses knew that Hammer was injured. Sleeping pills? No, I'm dead. Oh heck. Well, she knew Hammers was injured. Wait, if she knew Hammers was injured, why didn't she say anything? That sort of contradicts that statement, doesn't it? Dragon with one leg. Mr. Monkey. Table employee area. Vanilla. Town employee area. Facing the sleeping pillows on a large phone. We called the police, then Powers showed up. Wait! What about Mr. Monkey? No! Messed up again. Objection! Indeed. So currently, I am having trouble. Let's see, what can I... Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, there I go. Like, why am I frozen? I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action. Oh, by the way, welcome! For a very common guy, you seem to not have very common interests. Wait, no. I could have said that. I could have said something cooler. Dorito. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. You knew Hammer was injured. Went back to the trailer to get my script. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Security lady Obag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Guide map? Maybe that picture? This? I got it! You knew that Hammer was injured? Clearly, with no suspicious activity at all. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in that run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known if it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You heard Mr. Manella wrong. You saw Mr. Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when he was doing this? Well, it would have to be after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you speak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Irk. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? In other words, can you prove that she had a motive? Yes. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the rug. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for the trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighted him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. You intend to go through all the games in order. Well, I'm interested in playing all the Ace Attorney games. I chose to play Ace Attorney like in the first place because I always wanted to play this game. So I'm not sure what's gonna go from here, but I hope to play the rest of the games. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never got rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. Reveal evidence. Okay. Allow me to present you the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. Well, just in case there's anything else. Oh, where's the picture? Oh. This is my proof! And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? Oof, what drew you into the franchises? Well, this game in particular, like, I like investigating games, like I like doing searching and stuff, and I also like story games. So it's like, I was like, I really would like to play this game someday. Also, watching other people like play it, like I can't remember like exactly what happened or like I just know I was watching like one of my let's see. Who did I watch? I can't remember exactly. It was like years ago. But I used to like watch YouTubers play like this game and I was like, haha, it's funny. He says objections and he points and stuff and he has spiky hair. And then like I just sort of like the idea of like searching around and just doing the investigations like ourselves, and it's sort of like not to say I guess strategy, and you have to think and solve everything like a puzzle. At least I think that makes sense. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. I'm afraid I have to penalize. What? It's enough. Oh no! No! Well... does, and it's better than what drew most people to the series. Oh, oh, you mean the clown girl? Like, I don't know who she was. I was like, what? Like, when I was on TikTok, I was like, who's this clown girl? And why? And I guess she's like in the games, I guess. But like, I don't know which one is she from? Well, either way, like, if I ever do play the other trilogies, I hope they're like as fun as this one is so far. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure since it's like, well, it's the Ace Attorney like line, but it's kind of it's really entertaining. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was Will Powers. Let's see. I better get back to the part. Pretending. Do-do-do. Since I know what to do, I think I should be able to speed on through this. But I'm gonna have to think really hard about why she has a motive. I have a question for you. She had a motive? Of course. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I presented to the court as evidence as Miss Vectra's motive for the murder. Oh dang, I should have saved it. You have the Ace Attorney 6-1 for the 3DS. It's set far into the future, and that's all you need to know for now if you intend to go all the way in the series. Oh, it's on 3DS. Sadly, my 3DS broke years ago. But maybe I could just get another one, but I don't know how to like connect that exactly to like a monitor and stuff. And like, isn't like the 3DS like they're getting rid? Oh, the collection has it. Oh, right. I forgot about that. I should really like, my brain. But yeah, I really want to like collect a lot of more games to play. Like I've been out of the loop with like games these days because I've been like concentrating on like doing studies and stuff in college. So like I've been sort of like I want to get back into having fun with things that I used to have fun with, which was video games. I present the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. It has to be the photo. It's my proof. The photo from before? This photo reveals the motive for the murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With the D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall from stardom. His guilt weighted him down, no doubt. So like Doom and Dark Souls? I'm not sure. Like, I would need to like make sure that, cause like some games, like I like, like for example, if like, I don't know why I get like this, but like I get really, like if it's like really heavily detailed and stuff, which is not like I'm saying I hate detailed things, but like I get really overwhelmed. And I mean, I could probably try those games, but I'm not sure if like, I'm at a loss for words. My brain is loading. But I'll have to check them out, like, and like try to remember those games, so then I could like see if I like think about playing them, because I know people do like those games, and I want to give like everything a chance. However, you D. Vasquez used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for your petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role of the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly. It was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. I think you sort of described it, cause like brain overload. Cause like when I tried to play, like one time I tried to play Apex Legends, and like everything looked really cool and stuff, but like it also like overwhelmed me when I tried to play. And so like I was like, I don't think I like this game, and then I sort of never played it again. But funny enough, like when I play games in that sort of perspective, like let's see, I mean, let's see, Apex Legends and Valorant. Like I think Valorant looks really cool, and I like all the designs of the characters and stuff and the artworks. But it's like, it gets all too complicated for me. As if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income. You never get useful, blah blah blah. Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. Ooh. I'm gonna make another save. So when would you play Mortal Kombat? I did used to play it. Me and my we like it was a family thing. And like I never knew how to like all the moves and stuff. But like I one time like remembered how to use, like I used to play Sonya Blade, and like my sister would get so mad when I would use a certain move. I forgot what it was. I think it had to do like it was a form of a kick. Really? I'm surprised considering how that game is. Yeah, it's quite violent, but my dad was really into that game. Was it the scissors kick? Unsure. I just remember that she used like it was a purple form of like power or energy at the time. And my sister used to get mad at me because I would spam it. But yeah, my dad like used to play it a lot. He one time like spent all night trying to beat Shao Kahn. Like we all fell asleep on the couch and I woke up and he was still playing. He could not beat him. He finally did after a while, but it was real funny. Right. Right, let's see if I can actually get this. Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. What evidence do I have? I mean, I would think it would be this photo, and I wanted to like point to this guy. Cause like, I feel like she seemed to know him. There's a connection here. She had no motive. There's gotta be a motive here. She had no motive? She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. Twice. But, yeah, I think trying another option is a good idea. It's a good thing I sort of remembered that there's a save file. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer was drugged. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh. She broke her, what's it called? Her pipe. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. But if it wasn't self-defense, then she's not really guilty. Right? Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. Look at this. It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please. So she did know him. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm, as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay, confetti! That is all. This court was adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well... Why did he want to frame him? Why did he want to blame me? Found at the table at the employee area bears Jackhammer's fingerprints. No evidence? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Steak plate. Yeah, it's making me hungry even though, like, there's no steak on there. I keep thinking about steaks. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain, to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. You could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh, Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Oh. Is she gonna tell him? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Oh. Well, he looking scary. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was... Too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of unnecessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me ever again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so, the curtain closed on another trial. It caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Lovers. Sounds like it. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its program change. They went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess! Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. Wait, if it's called Pink Princess and he's the lead... I don't know. Oh well. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. I bet he'll still look cute. A brand new episode has been added. Edgeworth is looking sad. Oh. It's been what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Ooh! Merry Christmas. What? Edgeworth? December 25th, 10:08 a.m. I was not expecting that. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I gotta save that. Alright, I think I'm gonna edit here tonight. It's getting a bit late. And I gotta go to bed. Now let me transition to the other scene. Yes, the chat scene. I'm just gonna say, for those who stayed up this long late, have a good night. And make sure to stay hydrated. And if you're someone who's doing college homework like me, make sure you get it done as fast as you can. Because it's better to not have that on your mind all the time. Have a good night.